colours, where anywhere else in the world would look odd. And then there's a big church up on the top of the hill looking down all over Cork. And of course, Cove at the time was a very, very busy port, and indeed one of the last stops, and I think actually it was the last stop the Titanic made before it went off toward the Atlantic Ocean. And indeed, sadly, we all know the ending of the Titanic. But on one of the boats that went from Cove Harbour, a young girl by the name of Annie Moore boarded the ship. She was only 15 years of age, and she set sail for America. And in she went to a place, when she finally made it to America, she got to Ellis Island. Now, I don't know about yourselves, just on a slightly left story of this. When I was living in New York, I went out to Ellis Island. I couldn't get over how beautiful and how moving the tour was. The amount of people that went through the doors of Ellis Island over the years. But in particular, I love the Statue of Liberty. We all know my love affair of the Statue of Liberty. I always feel sorry for the French tourists that go on that, you know. It's like this, I don't know about yourself, but I've often given a gift to somebody and feel maybe I should have and I often feel that the French must go on their holidays to New York and look at the statue and go, you should have kept that.
So they have their own there.
But I often think that, you know, how wonderful it must have felt when you finally made it to New York after being on a boat for weeks on end. And indeed, some of your fellow passengers dying along the way, and people getting very sick and very ill. And I'm wondering, would you make it? You know, could you imagine how traumatic that must have been? And then to finally get off at Ellis Island and realise that the struggle wasn't over yet. You still had to make it through immigration. And indeed, many people got turned away. One of the stories that blew my mind was how a young man and his family were on the journey from Italy to Ellis Island. And he was shaving. He decided he would shave before he would get to the check-in so that he would look well and handsome and smart. And whilst he was shaving on the boat, he nicked himself, as I do every time. That's why I don't bother shaving. I know the 2 years are going to be over. I like the rugged look, but why doesn't he shave? Shaving is for the boys. Stoners for the men. You know what? Son of Barbara babes. Anyways, he nicked his neck. And when he had no English, and when he got to the desk, he couldn't explain what happened. And he got taken away from his family because they thought there was something wrong with him. He was ill. And he was separated from his family for weeks on end until they discovered that he was healthy. But it was a traumatic experience, needless to say. So Annie Moore was only 15 years of age and she finally got to Ellis Island. She was the first to cross the threshold into Ellis Island. I mean, imagine how intimidating that must have been. Anyways, this song was written by Brendan Graham, and it's a beautiful song telling the story of Annie Moore, and I'd like to sing for you tonight. It's called Isle of Hope, Isle of Tears. Well, in a little bit. But I'm going to tell you a story about a man by the name of Percy French. Anybody know Percy French? That hasn't been to a gig of mine before? Eileen, you can probably tell the story.
I'm
sure? Okay.
I've never heard.
You've never heard?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, that's okay. And the Santa Barbara Babes have never been to a gig, right? And my Aussies have never been to a gig.
That's right.
And there's lots of people who hasn't been to a gig but before this tour. Quick show of hands, quick show of hands. Just own it and be ashamed. You're all Paul's apostles now. So welcome to the apostles. These are the people that go out spreading the word.
You sucked us in.
Yes, I sucked you in. Now you must wear togas and ring a bell. Just walk around. I don't know if it's going to suit you, sir, but you're in it.
Wear a pair.
Yeah. This is a story about a man by the name of Percy French. Well, it's not a story about him. Yes, it is actually. But anyway, Percy, anyway, was from a place called Roscommon. I'm a property owner myself. Well, I'm a landowner. I'm not a property. I haven't developed on my acre. Is it even an acre?
No.
What is it?
Square foot.
Yeah, I'm a square foot. I own a square foot of land in Roscommon. It doesn't matter. I still own it. Okay?
And And we're neighbours.
And we're neighbours, yes, indeed. I think you're going to turn a few heads when you go to Roscommon. But in any case, I find this man quite interesting because he quite a character, and he's written lots of great Irish songs over the years. But there was a railway system that used to run down the west of Ireland, and it was called the West Clare Railway System, right? And the problem with it, much like a lot of our public transport in Ireland, it was quite unreliable. Often it would arrive late, and when indeed it would arrive, it could often be full, and you wouldn't get on. And so Percy French wrote a song, a little ditty, called Are You Right There, Michael? Are you right? Have you ever heard of that song?
No.
Are you right there, Michael? Are you right? Do you think we'll be home before tonight? That wasn't supposed to be funny. What are you laughing at? Very insulting. I have feelings. I don't know if I think because of the way they've treated me all week. Anyways, but he wrote this song anyway about it, and it was a bit of a take the mick, And needless to say, the management of the West Clare railway system weren't all too delighted about it. And so they took legal action against him. Right? Now, at a time in Ireland when legal action wasn't really a thing, now Percy French would have been well known, so it would have been all over the papers. And in Roscommon it was the talk of the town. And so he was due to be in court to face the charges in front of a judge. And on the day of the hearing, there was no sight nor sound of Percy French at the given time of the hearing. And the place was rampacked. Everybody was dying to see how this was going to play out. Local celebrity. Anyways, eventually he arrives to the courthouse, a good bit late, and the judge asks him, what is the meaning of this, And he says, Your Honour, I'm very, very sorry, but I took the West Clare Railway. Needless to say, the case was dismissed. And so I'm going to, Dennis, you missed a very good story. There's one story again. One you could use for the bus, but look, I'll tell you about it tomorrow on your next tour. Just if you feel you're losing the audience, if they're dozing off, you could put in an interesting story. Yeah. Joking, Dennis, good to have you on board.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is a couple of pieces from Percy French's repertoire. Is that all right?
Yes.
Of course. She's in the living room. And then you've got to go in, and there's Mary laid out, and And again, I don't know what your traditions are in the States or Australia, but you have to. Well, they say you should touch the deceased. I'm not saying go for a dance with the bloody. And you just, what they say is if you touch it, you won't remember them that way. You'll remember them as you remember them. Do you know what I mean? That's what they say. It's a look. Every person I've gone to see later, I still remember them like that. But anyway. And so you got to go in. And of course the family are watching. So we all say the same thing. Doesn't she look lovely? They never look lovely. Never. The makeup artist from the Rocky Horror Show does it every time. And then Uncle Brendan will start singing a song out in the kitchen. 73 verses long. Would you like a drink? Right, I want a drink. Give me the bloody bottle. And then of course the night kicks on and it's great, You forget that Mary's there altogether, you're resting the glass on her. Anyways. No relevance to that story at all. Normally after that I go to Ave Maria. I have no intro for this song, so that's why maybe I just talked. I often wonder why.
I think she's going to take him this
Hi, buddy.
That's a girl.
Yeah, girls can be your buddy too.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
What's their names? Twinkle Toes and Tiddly Winks.
I get confused really, but the twinkle toes could be.
It's been a while since a girl has looked
and
that
there
deep
was
into my
one.
eyes. How are you, baby? You know, I have a castle here and a bus. Not the bus? Yeah, baby. That's it. You want to maybe go for something to eat?
Are you serving up mice?
She's 6.
Got her on a 20-year plan. All right. All right, baby. How are you?
Yeah, no, this I'll take up the other one now in a few months when I put these two.
Yeah.
Gemma, will you do me a favour and take a picture? Sure thing.
So anybody any questions before I move on?